What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today I bring you a Bersa Thunder 40 Ultra Compact, and this one shoots a 40 caliber round. First thing we want to do is do a safety check, make sure it is empty. So what we're going to do is right here, there's a button that we're going to press, and it pops the magazine out. Now, we don't want any solvent or anything on this, so we're going to put this far away from us, away from any of our cleaners and stuff. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to lock the slide open, and we are going to look inside the chamber there, make sure nothing is in there. Now that we know that it is clear, it is safe to take apart and start cleaning. Locking the slide back like that pulled the hammer back, so what you'll want to do is hold the hammer with your thumb here in place and pull the trigger, and it'll allow you to slowly move it back into place, and then you can let go of the trigger. To disassemble this, it's quite easy. There is a slide release right here, and with it in its closed position, you can actually move that downward, and you saw how the slide popped forward a little bit. That means we can now slide it off. Pretty easy, like that. We'll set that there. Get the guts out. We got our guide rod and spring. We'll pull that out. This actually comes apart. We got two springs there. And then if you push up from the underside a little bit, you should be able to take the barrel out. Just like that. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray down all of the pieces here and get a nice little coat going on them. Sure you get inside the barrel too. Alright. So while that's soaking for a moment, it really doesn't matter what kind of solvent you use. Any type of gun cleaner is going to be good. Some people have preferences and opinions over other, and it really doesn't matter. I'm using a new type today to give it a shot, and because I hear great things about it, and it's not supposed to take very long to dissolve a lot of that. So other pieces I got here, I've got a soft bristle brush. It also has a small bristle end, so it'll help with the detailing in little areas. I've got a harder bristle brush for stubborn carbon. I've got a 40 caliber barrel brush, which we'll use for the inside. I've got a slotted cleaning rod. This is what I'll use to finish off cleaning the inside of the barrel. I have a little flathead screwdriver here. It comes in handy for some things, but not this particular pistol. I've got some gun lube. I got an oil rag just for gun oil, and so we can lube it up. I've got some patches here that'll help us clean the inside of the barrel. Q-tips sometimes come in handy, and I got a couple of rags here to wipe things off as we go. So I'm not going to wait any longer. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with the barrel, because this is really the only thing that I kind of pay attention to on how I do it. Everything else you can go through and scrub it as you please. It doesn't matter how you do it. But as far as the barrel is concerned, I like to go in from the rear. That means two things. And the reason why is because if you go in from the muzzle end, you run the risk of clanking, dinging, banging, whatever, the end of the barrel here, and we don't want that. We don't want any damage to the end of the barrel at all. So I always go in from the side where the round gets loaded. And I will go through and just start scrubbing. You'll feel this break up. Get a little smoother as you do it. Get that ramp a little bit. Awesome. Now we'll grab our soft bristle brush and just kind of start going on all of it here. Break up any carbon that could possibly be on it. Get that ramp real good. Use a smaller brush to get in grooves. Get the guide rod step. Get that ramp again. Alright. Now we're going to swap out our barrel brush for the slotted cleaning rod. Now I do 2 patches at a time. Kind of fills the barrel a little more. Stick a corner in a slot. Pull it through. Like so. And we're going to pass it through several times. I do 10. 10 is a good round number. Alright. Man, that was dirty. You can see how dirty that was. This looks like it's been fired a lot and probably not cleaned anytime recently. So we're going to do that again. A couple more. Put it on the slotting cleaning rod here. Pull it through. And go in a few more times. Let's see how we're looking now. This thing will never be perfectly clean, but it will get to like a light gray, so we can know that we got all the carbon and gunk out of there. So still a bit dirty. Looks like we hit mostly this side. We're going to do that again. Make sure we got every bit we can out. There we go. All right. Look at that. You don't see any black. That's what we want. No black. Just a slight tinge of gray. We are done with the barrel. We'll give that a little wipe down here. Get any of the other excess stuff off. And I'm just using a microfiber cloth. Well, that actually came out really good. Alright, let's work on some of this other stuff. Guide rod here. That looks pretty good. Let's give that a wipe off. You know what? This spray seems to be working pretty good. We'll find out here when we get to the slide. The springs are a little hard to clean, so just kind of hold it the best you can. And kind of break loose whatever you can there. Wipe off. All right, all this stuff's starting to look real good, like that. All right, let's go for the slide. This has a lot of crevices. You want to make sure you get the slide rail real well right in here. That's where the frame attaches. You don't want any malfunction or anything that would prevent the cycle from happening. I want to get the striker plate real good. Oh yeah, this stuff's just breaking right off. I like that. Just kind of wipe around the rest here. Get where the hammer strikes. Get up here around the barrel. All we're doing is agitating it, breaking it up, so we can remove it easily. Like that. Let's get around the extractor real good. Alright. Let's get this one wiped down. Wow, this stuff does work pretty good. And this pistol was really dirty. So, I'm rather pleased with how this is working. Just remember to wipe off everywhere you can. Clean gun is a happy gun. Alright, wow, that looks, look at that. It looks so much better already. Getting those little sliders real quick. Make sure nothing in there. Oh yeah, that looks real good. Right. And finally the frame. Just kind of get everywhere you can. You're not going to hurt nothing. At some point, everything's got to get cleaned, right? Slide rails there. Oh yeah, a lot better. Let's give it a wipe down. Just have a spring roll off. I'll grab that here in a sec. Awesome. That's quite the cleaner. Alright, let's do some lube. Alright, I've got my gun oil. And I have a cloth just for gun oil. That way I don't have it contaminated with anything dirty. Well, let's start with the guide rod here. The spring compresses and slides on this, so we kind of want that lubed. The barrel. Now this one, you can tell I've been fired a lot. You can actually see all the little blemishes on the metal. See the rings and the scrapes and whatnot? That's where the slide is contacting with the barrel. It also does it on top. And this one kind of gets it all over. I don't know if she's ever lubed this one or if she got it that way or what. But we're gonna lube it up, and I usually get the whole shaft of the barrel. And anywhere I see blemishes, you see that? I'm gonna get oil on that. Looks like you get on the sides more than the top. And then me personally, I put just a dab on the feeding ramp, the loading ramp there. Just, that's something I do. Alright, for the slide, really we're looking for the same thing. We want to get inside the slide rails and make sure that has got plenty of lube on it. Get a a little more there. And once again in there. And we're looking for the same thing. Anywhere you see little blemishes, like right in there, you can kind of see that blemish. That's kind of where the barrel's rubbing, so we're going to get a little dab there. Looks like the whole slide rail in the center here. Alright. And on the frame itself, looking for the same thing. We want to do... Okay. We want some on the slide rail. We don't want to do too many spots because oil collects dust and dirt and whatnot. So you just kind of want to hit where you see the little scuff marks, because that's where you know where the slide is hitting. And you now have a lubed pistol. Let's put it back together. Grab the slide. I'm going to start with the barrel. Barrel has a notch in it. This should be pointing up towards you if you have your slide facing the same way I do. And this will just slide in and drop in. Don't forget to push it back. Alright, guide rod is 3 pieces. So we want to take the smaller spring first and put it over the guide rod. I don't think it really matters which end it goes on. Man, that lube is something slick. Now you're going to take the bigger spring and slide on over the littler spring. And if you happen to notice on the barrel here, the barrel has a little notch right here, a little divot, a little half moon kind of a recess in it. That is where the black part, the end of the guide rod that you can actually touch, is going to sit. So the side that has majority spring sticking out here is going to go in this hole right below the barrel. Okay, so you're going to stick it in there and then compress it until you've got the end of, oh, caught me there, sitting in that little divot I was talking about. And last thing here, on the back of the slide, you see the little sideways slots here. That's what's gonna, the rails on the frame are going to fit in. So stick it on, push it back. Now you'll have to push it just a hair back to get this to lock back into place. So just enough so you can turn this. See how I did that? And now you have a functioning, clean, and lubed Bersa Thunder 40. We're going to give this one more final wipe down, because a polished gun is a good gun. Just kind of wipe off everywhere. Awesome. That turned out real good. Quite satisfied with this cleaner I used. So you probably know what it is, but unless I'm getting, paid advertisement, then I'm not going to say who, but I'm going to call it Unicorn P for right now because it worked magically. And so there you have it. We just disassembled, cleaned, oiled, and reassembled a Bersa Thunder 40. This is the ultra compact version, 40 caliber. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves your progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you will be able to print your certificate. Then, it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.